How's it going, everybody? Eric here, back with another reaction. This is kind of a special video. I'm sure by now everybody saw the news last night. The unfortunate news that Bob Saget has passed away. Of course, he was kind of a TV dad for a lot of people around my age. Of course, Danny Tanner from Full House. I definitely remember him from movie Half Baked as well. He was really funny in that. He was also super funny in, I believe it was Entourage. Definitely played a role that you would not expect him to play. And the Dumb and Dumber prequel, the one, it was called Dumb and Dumber 2, but it was spelled T-O. And it was the one without Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. He was in that as well. As well. I think I just said puberty. And he had the funniest part of that whole movie. Really the only funny part of that whole movie. So, obviously a lot of people are sad today with the passing of Bob Saget. He was only 65 years old. So, in his honor, we are going to check out some of his stand-up today. I've seen some of his stand-up before, so I know what I'm in for. If none of you have ever seen any of Bob Saget's stand-up, fair warning, he is dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Christina Aguilera dirty, like Redman, Let's Get Dirty. So, this is definitely not safe for work, but today we're going to be checking out Dad's Dirty Jokes, a bit from... I'm not sure what stand-up special this is from, but this is Bob Saget. Like I said, this is Dad's Dirty Jokes, so let's check it out.
My dad, we had a very weird existence. I was 11, and he was a meat executive. He was like a head of meat. He was a meathead, basically. And he would just tell me sick shit, which is why I became a comedian before I did anything else. We would be in a restaurant, this is true, and he was sitting next to me, and he had a menu, and he said, tonight's specials are cake and cock, and they're out of cake. I was like, I'm 11. I like cake. They don't have cake? He was a sick guy, really funny, but just said weird stuff. He went through the Depression. He would say jokes like, ask me how I slept last night. How'd you sleep? Like a baby with your mom's tit in my mouth. I'm like, oh my God. I want to be emancipated, you creepy man.
Alright, so yeah, you can see pretty dirty stuff. Stuff like this doesn't bother me because me and my friends, as far as we're concerned, if you're trying to get a laugh, really, not much is off limits. So yeah, I'm used to this kind of stuff. Doesn't bother me at all. But for some people out there, it might be the first time you've ever heard Bob Saget cuss. So yeah, pretty interesting.
I didn't know what he was talking about. He would do dumb things. He said, I read the newspaper today. I think it was a misprint. I didn't know if the guy shot himself or shit himself. Just a walking rim shot, the whole thing.
But
He was a supermarket person. Supermarkets. He said,
I'm fresh off work, and I work at a supermarket. So that's why I'm wearing this.
that one day A&P was going to merge with Stop and Shop and be Stop and P. He's not here anymore. How you doing, sir?
We don't have those in my area.
This is a really weird joke. I shouldn't share it. Okay, but you insisted. This is an old school joke from the Depression, so this is it. A guy goes into a house of ill repute, which I didn't even know what that meant. I was 11 years old. It doesn't mean nothing.
I'm 36. I don't really know what that means.
And that's how I talk. It means nothing. And the guy says, what do you have for $1? So that's around this time when this place was built. Now, 20 years earlier. Forget the fucking facts. Listen to the joke. So this guy goes into a house of ill repute and says, what do you have for $1? And the proprietor, I don't know what proprietor means, he says, I'm 11. He says, go upstairs and make a right and sit on the bed and you'll know what to do. And the guy goes upstairs and sits on a bed and a little door opens up and a chicken comes into the room. This is foul. And we laughed. And the guy, I'm 11, the guy, as my dad tells me, does his business with the chicken. That's fucking nothing to me. I don't know what that does his business. What do you like, shaking hands, Willie Loman? You got briefcases? I don't know.
I mean, it's one thing if you like cock, but I think that's taking it to a different level.
And then he says, and then the chicken is disgusted and he leaves. He's angry. That's correct. You know what I'm talking about. Chicken goes away. And the guy goes away and he comes back the next day and he says to the proprietor, I'm 11, I swear to you. I didn't even have a pube. I didn't know what my dad was talking about. Well, I had one pube, and I put it under the pillow for the pube fairy to come. And he came on my pillow, which was really bad. But so the guy comes back, and he says, I want my dollar back. And the proprietor says, oh, no, no, sir. Good, sir. Because it was much more official. He said, I'll make it up to you. Go up the stairs this time and make a left, and you won't want your dollar back. And guy goes, okay, goes up the stairs, makes a left, sits down in a screening room, bunch of guys in raincoats. There's a big curtain opens up, and there's a porn thing going on, a bunch of people, like some orgy. And I'm 11. I don't know what anything he's talking about means. And he says, and the guy turns to the guy next to him and says, boy, this is something. And the other guy says, you should have been here yesterday. Some guy was fucking a chicken. It's a long way to go.
Windy road
But
for that one.
That's my childhood. And my parents were together for 65 years. She loved him to death. And my mother's still alive. She can hear you right now. She's outside driving around. She is 87 and she still drives. I got her a prescription windshield. So, and I got the first alert. You know that thing where you fall and you can't get up or something? She hits the button and it calls the first people that I want there, which is the caterer.
That's pretty dark, and yeah, as he's about to say, I won't touch on that. I'll let him explain it.
Specifically a Jewish person's kind of joke. Any Jewish people here? Did you have a coupon? How'd you go about that? You applaud that. That does not help. I'm actually Jewish. I'll be showing you in just a few minutes. We'll bring the jib in close. I call it a jib to show my giblets. I actually have been circumcised 9 times. Enjoy the calamari.
Oh man, that's too much. All right, let's get out of there. All right, so that was Bob Saget, Dad's Dirty Jokes. Like I said, if you've never seen any of his stand-up before, it's pretty raunchy. So, like I said, don't bother me. One of the funniest things, I don't even know if it would be a dad joke, but I would call it like one of the funniest pieces of advice I ever got from my father. I was, I think, either 17 or 18. He was obviously joking, but he said, you know, Eric, you can always tell, or something along, I'm trying to paraphrase here. It was something like, you know what it is about a woman with kids? At least you know she fucks. So again, my dad, a little bit similar. I don't think he was doing nasty shit with chickens or anything that I'm aware of. And if he was, I don't want to know about it. So yeah, rest in peace to Bob Saget. This little extra video this week was for him in his honor. If you want to check out any of his other clips, he's got a bunch of stand-up clips on YouTube. This is just the first one that I came across that didn't sound familiar to me. So R.I.P. Danny Tanner, R.I.P. Bob Saget. So that's it for this reaction video. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. Stay tuned. We have more music videos, music reactions with Mom coming up. They've all been pre-recorded, so the audio for this is going to be a little bit better on those. We did 6 of them to start, and then once I get all those out, we'll do some more with much better audio for sure. So again, thanks everybody for watching, and enjoy the rest of your night.